What is up, ladies and gentlemen? YouTube, that's right. I'm Crispin. Today I'm going to be talking about Suits, Season 5, Episode 14. So let's get this thing started. What's the basic plot? You don't even really need to know because I'm going to tell you about it right here. It is the trial of the century, or so they will let you think. Now, so the basic thing that I really liked in this episode was that, once again, it's delivering on the intense moments. So let's talk about some good and some bad things, right? Okay, so some good things I really enjoyed was the trial runs. I thought the trial runs were very intense. I thought they were very interesting. And I thought they were really spot on point. Now, it was nice to see Mike Ross kind of like get the upper hand on Harvey and almost kind of beating him and whatnot. But then at the end of the day, obviously Harvey was the better man and he did kind of beat him. But Mike Ross would say otherwise. But, that just kind of showed that the student, even though he was about to beat the teacher, he still needs some work in order to beat the teacher. Though Mike Ross did kind of come off in this episode as a little bit as a whiny kid, being like, hey, you cheated, and hey, you didn't beat me. You're not the better man. But like, dude, you sound like a baby. But yeah, I thought the trial runs was actually the better part of this episode. Quite frankly, I thought they were actually better than the actual trial itself. Some other things I really enjoyed in here was really just seeing some of the old faces, like Harold and Benjamin. Benjamin's conversation with Mike Ross, I thought was a touching one. It was nice to see Jimmy Pooch Hall back. He played a big part in the trial, even though his hair looks like it was a toupee. But that was just me. Looked like it was fake as hell. And also Harold looked like I don't know if anybody thought this, but Harold looks like Alex Winter from Bill and Ted. If anybody know Alex Winter, look it up, whatever. But I thought that was cool to see some old faces and bring it back, some original stuff, right? Some other good things was that I thought Gibbs was on point in this episode. And when Gibbs finally meets Jessica head to head, I was like, what would happen if Jessica and Gibbs actually meet each other? But then when they kind of do and they have these two conversations, I was like, damn, it's like King Kong and fucking Godzilla just going head to head. Because these are two kind of like stubborn and powerful women bashing heads. And honestly, it didn't disappoint. I thought their conversations or their confrontations were very interesting and fun to watch. Now, granted, some other things that really stood out in this thing for the trial runs, right? For when Rachel gets on the stand, Mike Ross will be like, hey, you took it too hard on Rachel. The funny thing about that is Rachel seemed like she could never really handle trial runs. I don't know if you remember the last trial run with Rachel in it, one of the main focus, but she didn't handle herself very well in that either. But I just thought, wow, Rachel can't handle herself in trial runs. Now, for the trial itself, I thought the trial itself was interesting, and it was still an intense thing. Donna cracked under pressure. That kind of ruined the case. Jimmy, he played his part. He played his part well. And granted, now it's like, okay, look, that's the thing. Whoever, no matter what happens, right? Donna kind of cracked, and that's okay. But the problem is that for whoever is lying, right? If they get caught lying, they are going to go to jail. And I'm pretty sure Pierce Inspector Litt is not going to really thrive very well without any of their fucking lawyers, especially if they all say Mike Ross went and he loses. Also, the shit that Gibbs is kind of pulling, from false evidence and pictures and whatnot, like she's a private detective and talking to people that she shouldn't even be talking to, and like restraining order. It doesn't really make any sense, and I'm pretty sure if it would happen in real life, this shit would have just got thrown out the window pretty much. But that's just me. Suits has always kind of been grounded in reality, but that just seems a little bit kind of dramatized for the show at least. But that's just my opinion. But yes, like I said, I really enjoyed the show. I thought the trial runs were better than the actual trial. That's just me. But now Mike Ross needs a new lawyer, and or they have to switch lawyers because Harvey said he may just be guilty if they don't. But yes, that's my review. Comment, subscribe, and like. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, help me out, and signing out.